Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to share with you the journey we've undertaken in the field of educational management and leadership. Today, we'll be exploring the fascinating world of Six Sigma and quality excellence. This is the first slide, so I'll briefly introduce what's ahead. We'll cover key concepts of Six Sigma, its importance in educational settings, and how it drives quality improvements. Thank you for being here, and let's get started. When we talk about quality in education, we're referring to any inconsistency that can get in the way of success. This could be something as simple as a confusing registration process, or more complex issues like teaching methods that don't effectively reach certain groups of learners. These are what we call defects, and addressing them is crucial for improvement. Now, the educational defect is essentially any flaw that prevents us from delivering the best possible learning experience. As the saying goes, quality is not an act, it is a habit. That means maintaining high standards should be a continuous, ingrained practice. This is where Six Sigma comes into play. It helps us set a clear standard of excellence, something we aim for in every student's journey. The goal is to perfect our processes by relying on data, which allows us to identify issues precisely and make informed improvements. Ultimately, adopting this core philosophy means striving for consistent excellence, ensuring every aspect of education is optimized for success. It's about making quality a fundamental part of our daily habits, not just a one-time effort. Now, let's take a closer look at the DMAIC framework, which is at the core of our process improvement approach. Starting with define, this is where we identify the application areas and set clear goals for what we want to achieve. We also establish the performance tolerance range, which helps us understand what's acceptable and what needs improvement. Next is measure. At this stage, we collect data to understand the current state of our processes. This is crucial because you can't improve what you haven't measured. It helps us identify where we stand in relation to our goals. Moving on to analyze. Here, we dig into the data to find out what's causing issues or failures. By understanding why parts of the process aren't meeting quality standards, we can pinpoint specific areas that need attention. Then comes improve. Once we've identified the root causes, we work on solutions to fix those problems. The goal is to find effective ways to enhance the process and prevent failures from recurring. Finally, control is about maintaining those improvements over time. We implement management statistics and monitoring systems to ensure the process stays within the established goals and continues to perform reliably. Together, these steps form a continuous cycle that helps us optimize processes, ensure quality, and drive lasting improvements. Let's take a closer look at our baseline assessment through a SWOT analysis. On this slide, we've organized our key factors into internal and external elements. Starting with strengths, we see that our internal advantages include the quality of our infrastructure, the expertise of our faculty, and our strong historical reputation. These are the foundational elements that give us a competitive edge. However, there are also internal weaknesses we need to acknowledge, such as the lack of research facilities and some outdated administrative processes. Recognizing these helps us understand where improvements are needed. Looking outward, we see external opportunities like the development of the global market and innovations in digital learning. These are exciting prospects that can help us expand and modernize. At the same time, we face external threats, including emerging global competitors and industry standards that are evolving rapidly. Staying ahead means we need to adapt quickly to these changes. Overall, this SWOT analysis provides a clear picture of where we stand and highlights the areas we should focus on to strengthen our position and seize new opportunities. It's an important step in aligning our strategies with both our internal capabilities and the external environment. Let's take a look at the institutional quality modules. First, we have infrastructure. Ensuring high-quality infrastructure and reliable internet access for everyone is fundamental. It creates the foundation for effective teaching and learning, making sure that students and faculty can connect seamlessly. Next, data management plays a crucial role. With real-time performance analysis, we can track student success more effectively. This allows us to identify areas where students might need additional support and to adapt our strategies quickly. Finally, faculty development emphasizes the importance of relating real-world experience to theoretical learning through innovation. Our educators bring practical insights into the classroom, enriching the learning experience and preparing students for real-world challenges. Together, these modules form a comprehensive approach to maintaining and enhancing our institutional quality, which is at the heart of our overall mission to provide a top-tier educational environment. In this slide, we're looking at the pioneering theories that have really shaped how Six Sigma is applied in education. These are the foundational ideas that have influenced its development and implementation. When we talk about the architects of quality, we're referring to the key thinkers and innovators who laid the groundwork for quality management principles. Their insights helped us understand how to improve processes, reduce variation, and achieve excellence, principles that are just as vital in education as in manufacturing or business. Recognizing these pioneers helps us appreciate the evolution of quality thinking and how it continues to influence our efforts to enhance educational outcomes. So, understanding these theories gives us a strong context for why Six Sigma is such a powerful tool in education today. Let's talk about W. Edwards Deming and his important ideas for fostering a culture of quality. One key concept is to drive out fear, which means creating an environment where staff feel safe to collaborate openly and share ideas without worry. This openness is essential for working toward common quality goals. Next, Deming introduced his 14 points, which are principles designed to transform organizations systematically. These points serve as a roadmap for making meaningful and lasting improvements across the entire institution. He also developed the PDSA cycle. That's plan, do, study, act, a continuous improvement process. It encourages ongoing testing and refining of processes to enhance quality over time. Importantly, Deming emphasized that quality isn't just the responsibility of frontline staff. It's primarily a management responsibility. Leaders need to set the tone, provide the resources, and foster an environment where quality can thrive. So overall, Deming's ideas remind us that building a quality-focused culture involves leadership commitment, open communication, and a willingness to continually learn and improve. Let's take a moment to discuss Joseph M. Juran, a key figure in quality management. He introduced the concept of focusing on the vital few, which means directing our attention to the 20% of problems that cause 80% of the issues. This principle helps us prioritize efforts where they will have the biggest impact. In the context of educational services, it's crucial that we meet the specific needs of students and parents, who are our primary customers. Understanding their unique requirements allows us to tailor our approaches and improve satisfaction. Juran also emphasized the idea of fitness for use, meaning that our services should be suitable and effective for their intended purpose. To achieve this, we focus on 3 core management processes: quality planning, quality control, and quality improvement. These form what he called the quality trilogy. Together, these concepts remind us that maintaining high quality isn't about perfection alone. It's about systematically planning, controlling, and continuously improving our processes to better serve our students and parents. Let's take a moment to focus on Philip Crosby, a key figure in quality management. Crosby believed that it is actually more cost-effective to do things right the first time rather than spending extra resources later on fixing mistakes or making corrections. This idea really emphasizes the importance of getting it right from the start. He argued that perfection should be the only acceptable performance standard, meaning there's no room for errors or subpar quality. Crosby famously summarized this concept with the phrase, "Quality is free," which might sound counterintuitive at first, but it highlights that investing in quality upfront saves money in the long run. The goal is to reach the standard of perfection, which Crosby described as 0 defects. This slide underscores that quality isn't just a nice-to-have. It's a fundamental part of the process that, when embraced fully, can eliminate costly rework and improve overall performance. It ties back to our overall theme of continuous improvement and the importance of a quality-driven mindset in everything we do. Understanding student engagement is crucial for effective leadership. This slide shows how we can diagnose low engagement by tracing it back to its root causes. These might be related to the methodology used, the learning environment, or the resources available. By identifying these factors, we can target our interventions more precisely. To do this, I developed a fishbone diagram, also known as a cause-and-effect diagram. It's a visual tool that helps us map out all potential causes of a problem in a clear and organized way. The key here is that the fishbone diagram allows us to see the interconnected factors that influence student engagement. It's a powerful way to analyze complex issues systematically. This method ties into our overall theme of data-driven decision-making and continuous improvement. By understanding the root causes, we can implement more effective strategies to boost engagement and overall educational impact. And it's worth noting that this approach was inspired by the work of Kaoru Ishikawa, who pioneered cause-and-effect analysis as a way to improve quality processes. So, by applying this method, we're adopting a proven approach to problem-solving that can really make a difference in educational settings. Now, let's consider the critical perspective. First, it's essential to recognize that solutions must be sensitive to the unique culture of each school district. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, and respecting local context is key to meaningful progress. Next, we need to think about the balance between standardization and creativity. Relying too heavily on data can sometimes lead us to focus only on teaching to the test, which can stifle authentic learning experiences. And finally, we must remember the human factor. Students aren't just products on an assembly line. They have emotional and social needs that rigid metrics often overlook. Keeping this perspective at the forefront helps us develop more holistic and effective educational solutions that truly serve students' diverse needs. Institutional excellence is really about a consistent commitment from everyone involved. It's not just one person's job or one department's effort. It's a shared responsibility. When all stakeholders, whether they're faculty, staff, students, or community partners, are dedicated to maintaining high standards, we create a stronger, more resilient institution. This ongoing dedication helps us to continually improve and adapt, ensuring we meet our goals and serve our mission effectively. So the key takeaway here is that excellence isn't a one-time achievement. It's a continuous journey fueled by everyone's commitment. And with that, I'd like to open it up for questions or thoughts you might have.